Right guys, can't speak too loud, but it's super early in the morning and obviously I've got the day off. I'm gonna give my fish the first little feed. And I'm just about to go for a little walk. I'm going to take you on a walk around my favourite place around Brecon, and I'm going to show you the most amazing little pond in the middle of the mountains, which I'd love to put a couple of sockeye fish farm fry to see how they get on in years to come. But anyway, look forward to that, and I'll see you on the way to the Brecon Beacons. Right guys, so the plan of attack today is, I'm talking quietly because I don't want to wake up all the neighbours, because it's, I don't know, it's like 5 or something like that. So I've going to go for a walk. I want to show you this amazing lake, which I think would be the awesome, ultimate, natural Welsh mud pond. But I'm not quite sure if the fish would survive up there during the winter months because it is pretty bleak. But I'd love to stick a couple of small sockeye fish farm fry up there just to see how they'd get on, because it would be, it's a crystal clear lake. It's right in the middle of the mountains. I'm not sure what elevation it is. It's pretty high, and no one ever fishes up there, and it'd be easy to spot the fish after a few hours just sitting there having something to eat, like, you know, year after year. So I'm waiting for my mate to come because I'm going to bring him up for a walk, but we're going to do about 20k today. My whippet's getting fat, I'm getting fat, so we need to burn some calories. So I hope you enjoy this. It's not massively koi inspired video, but I am going to show you a cool lake, and I am going to go through, when I get back, the cleaning process of my pond. So that needs a good clean out, all the filtration system, etc. So next stop, Brecon. Ho-ho! Right guys, me and the main man, M.A. Jones, is on our little hike today to find the ultimate Welsh mud pond to grow some koi carp in. It's going to be a secret little squirrel place where possibly I can introduce a couple of little carp and watch them grow in the wild, as it were. So we've just come to the foothills now of where we're going. I'll make it short and sharp, each little snippet, so the video's not too long. So I'll see you in a minute. Boy. Yes, now we're getting up there. You can see the train in the background where we're going to, and that's where the pond is, guys. So the dogs are loving it. Go, 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 go! Hey! They'll be fucked later on, excuse the French. Woo! Right, we're at 905 feet now, and look at that! Looks like the fjords of Norway, guys. This is Wales, mate. Wicked! Ah! Oh, right, guys. We're at 1,700 feet. A little bit windy, but here's the lake in the background. I'll be honest with you. It's in the height of summer and it's pretty dire up here. Not quite sure if any carp would like to live in there, but it's crystal clear, and on a nice day that is a nice place to take a skinny dip. You'll see me up here quite often with me tackle out. Isn't it, Mike? Yeah. We love it. We'll get a bit closer and we'll have another look. cup of tea. Boo, 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 boo.
Alright, you can have it.
Oh, right guys, lovely. So the next place we're going is, where are we? We're going to the top of this peak here. Trust me, that's steep. I'll be blowing up my ass at the top. I'll be blowing up my ass halfway up. But let's get up there. Oh my God, guys. 15 minutes later. Oh my God. This is literally 45 degrees. How you doing, Jones?
Fucked.
Oh my God. Last time I done this was a little bit fitter. Woo, nearly at the summit now. And then pretty much downhill all the way back to clean my koi pond. So look forward to that, guys. Right, just summited, guys. Ah, now it's a lovely ridgeway walk all the way back. That is the lake down the bottom. We're gonna go that way, but it's all whited out with fog. So for the dog safety, we're gonna be walking this way with the leads on, because that is a long drop, guys. So guys, finally come back from Brecon. I've just had a shower and I've had something to eat. Not a lot, by the way, because I'm trying to stick to 1500 calories per day at the moment. So I done that walk this morning. It ended up to be about 16k, quite a lot of climbing, obviously, elevation wise, and I done it all on 100 grams of porridge and 2 bananas. I was shattered by the time I come back, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, just because I'm starving, let's not starve the children. So I've sort of got a bit of a mix here of the Sakikari floating growth, a wheat germ, and also some of the Mr. Sakai's sinking koi pellet as well. So there's 3 in there at the moment. So if you think to yourself, why some of it floating and why some of it sinking, that's why. Yeah, guys. Oh, they love it. They love it. I've got to say, by the way, as of now, the 3rd biggest fish in that pond is the one from the Bayer Koi farm. I'm not telling, I'm literally, it just seems like it's a bit of a mutant, and it really is. It's just had a massive, for me, it was smaller than the other 3, the Momotaro fish when I put it in there, but it just seems to have grown in the last 2 weeks. I don't know if that's possible, but it's literally grown by a centimetre at least. Anyway, so tell me in the comments. So let me know in the comments below what you thought of that sort of like little lake that I've showed you just now when we're up in Brecon. You know, the water is crystal clear. I don't know if I introduced a few koi in there, whether they would thrive. You know, obviously, you know, in the winter conditions, that lake would definitely freeze over. I don't know, let me know, but what I would love to do is introduce a couple of fish up there, and I go up there quite often and camp by the pond, so it would be interesting to sit there a few times a year and, you know, see if you can see any bright orange fish rising up every now and again in years to come, and, you know, just a little project, I guess, that I would be interested in doing. But I'm not sure if they would survive the winter. I would have thought they would, but obviously I know the koi, ornamental koi, carp, are not quite as hardy as wild carp. Yeah, who knows. Anyway, what we're going to do now is I've bought another little tool, asset, to clean my koi pond with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through how I clean my koi pond with the filtration system, and how I clean my skimmer and all that kind of stuff. Obviously it's sucking eggs for a lot of people, but again, some people have never seen this before. So maybe I can help someone out again. Let's go in the pump house. Right, here we are, entering Holy Turf. So let's get ourselves in this pump house and let's explain to you how I do things. First of all, I turn the light on. Not because I can't see in here, but I can see right down into the drum. Obviously it casts a shadow otherwise. So the first thing I do is, as you can see this, so down the bottom here by my hand is where the main ball valve is. So with my foot, tick, 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 give that a bit of a thing, and I close that off and I turn the pump off. There is now no water entering this system whatsoever. That's my amalgam 40 watt UV, and that's where I keep that, and it's worked fine at the moment. Now obviously I know everyone's going to be going on, oh, it's not UV stable. We've established that. I'll be honest with you, doesn't seem to be any problems there short term, but I am considering getting a new drum filter. I've definitely decided I'm getting a new drum filter, and I think I know what drum filter I'm going to go with. One of my mates on YouTube has actually got the same one, and I'm quite impressed with the build quality. And funny enough, they are stationed in Tunbridge. Now my wife is from Royal Tunbridge Wells. It's literally the factory where they make all of these things in-house is 2 miles away from my missus' parents' house. Now I didn't even know that. I'm going down there in 3 weeks time, so who knows, we might be lucky and we might purchase our first drum. I'm not saying I'm going to plumb it in as soon as I get it, because I need to extend this pump house to make it way more accessible. It's a bit tight. I thought this would be the right thing to do, is make a nice tight compact pump house, but turns out it's a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, not getting sidetracked by the amalgam and the new drum filter. So let me turn you around again. So we've established I've turned off my my 4-inch ball valve. Then I've turned off my pump, which is down here, which is literally situated there. The next thing I do is we put this down and I give it a little bit of a twist in the neck, and then we can turn off the air. We can turn on the air actually to the inner chamber, and also turn off the air to the outer chamber, which will divert all of the air into the central mechanical filtration system of this Nexus 220. Now let's see, this pump is I believe this pump feeds the bottom drain, which is a 75, and this is a 95, which I use to run the Nexus 220. Now that's probably slightly overkill, but the reason is I have quite a lot of media in here. If you can look down there, the media is literally over halfway down. So you know, we are talking let's have a look. So how much did I put in this, right? 100, 200, there's probably about 300 litres at least of K1 and K1 Micro, and a few other little branded bits and bobs in there, which whirls around and does its thing, you know, all the time. So the next thing I will do is I normally leave this now for 2 or 3 minutes. I don't go crazy because, you know, as you can see this thing bubbling around like a good one. Another thing which is a very good idea to do is I actually hold the drum and I shake it from side to side like that. Now I don't do it vigorously enough to actually damage the bottom of this actual system, but I do it enough to dislodge things that might not actually get dislodged by that feeling. Now I know a lot of people take this off and they get their hand in there and squish it around. Obviously it's a good idea, but I'm not doing it today. So this has been bubbling on now for 2 or 3 minutes. What I do now is I've got the ball valve here, open it to waste, Oh, it's a bit stiff today. Open it to waste. And it goes through here. It actually is going to go straight down the path now, because I haven't plumbed this bit down. It just goes down the path and it goes to another eco drain, which is down by my garage. So all of that does go to actually a storm drain. And it also cleans my path down, which is wicked. So as we can see, the old nexus is emptying down there. I never turn the amalgam off, I don't need to, because it's always actually in the water. Now what I do is, when you clean this, you do sometimes put a glass, put a perspex, you know, buffer here, so nothing else gets back down there. I don't bother doing that, because what I do every time I clean my nexus, I actually fill the chamber up again. But what I do is I almost purge it. I almost purge the bottom drain. So what I do from here, if you look at my foot, we're going to kick this down in a water, boom, and then all of this purges up, and there's a good old speed in there. Okay, so I'm quite confident that that purges the bottom drain reasonably well. I wait till it gets up to height again. So I'm waiting this to get up to the correct height, and then what I'm doing is I'm shutting off. I always shut it off with my foot. That's why I've positioned it there, as if I'm changing gear on my KTM. I do miss my KTM, but last time I had a KTM, I tore my ACL off my knee and tore 20% of the cartilage, so I had to get that put back in. And do you know what? Can you hear that? There's a cart the other side, sucking away in there. Get away up! Get out of it! Get out of it! And I'm going to show you what I do with my skimmer as well. Not so much cleaning it, but I'm going to show you what I do, because I think it's a good idea, because I just don't think that there's enough. I'll explain in a minute. That's one job at a time. So this now has been bubbling away for a good amount of time. Again, I don't do it much more than that, to be honest. So let's open the bottom, the waste valve again. Crack that open. She's coming out, she's emptying. All the time, obviously leaving this in. This stops all the dirty water from getting into your biological chamber. Now, I told you I have a secret weapon I use for this. Wait till this all goes out. Now I do notice I get a lot of muck in that U-bend there. This is the overflow for the central chamber, and I do get a lot of muck build up in there. So I give that a squirt out first, which diverts it back into here. So, secret weapon. Yes. Yes. So this is a little cheap Karcher pressure washer. I think they're about 60 quid. But what I do is I stick it. Oh my god, doing this one-handed is hard work. I stick it in there and I give it a jet wash, get all the rubbish coming out of there. And then what I do is, if you look at this, it comes out in a cone shape. So the beauty with that jet wash is it actually comes in a cone shape, so when you're holding it directly down, you're getting a cone jet of water which is cleaning all the periphery of this stainless steel basket, which is the only way I think you can do it, apart from getting your hands down there. But that is simple stupid. So what we do then is, we're happy that that's all been drained out. We close the valve again, kaboom. We open the bottom drain, so this is another bit of a purge for the drain. So she's coming in now, and we wait for the level of the inner chamber what I forgot to say is turn this one off, turn this one back on, because we don't want that bubbling anymore. That's going to introduce more waste into this central system and we don't want it to get down. So when this inner chamber comes level with this one, bish bash bosh, that comes out. I'll leave that in the corner there, out the way, it does no harm. But I don't leave a lid on this, I don't feel the need to, because it leaves it gas off nice and it's under cover anyway. And the last thing we do, guys, is we turn this on. Now this is a this is a 20,000 Vary pump from Evolution Aqua, which I've had no problems with, and I leave this on 40%. So if you look at that, 40%, and that runs this absolutely perfect. I don't think I want any more to go in, any more flow to go in there. For me, it works like a treat. And I've got no ammonia or no nitrate readings or spikes ever, so I take it that is the one. So the next thing I want to talk about, guys, is, let me pull my sleeve up here. The next thing I want to talk about, mate, is these skimmer boxes. Now let me take this out very quick. Right, now if you've noticed, my skimmer box is not like that and pushed down, because in my mind, when it's like that and it's pushed right down, what you've got is you've only got the bottom layer of perforated holes. Don't look at that big hole, that was for my overflow. You've only got those bottom layers of perforated holes, which is leaving pond water through. Now it's putting one hell of a back pressure on that 30,000 Vary pump. I've got the Vary pump is working, 30,000 Vary pump is working at 50%. So there's 15,000 litres an hour getting pulled through this. That's too much pull to come through that one-sided perforation. So what I do is, I actually turn these around, like so, on the side, and I push it down, and it sits there perfect. It's all sealed all the way around. But now the beauty of this is you've got two layers which is accepting water, which obviously is putting way less back pressure on the pump. Excuse me, way less back pressure on the pump, and it's basically providing twice the amount of holes for algae to get stuck in, etc, etc. So I think that's a very good idea for anyone that has one of these. Turn your basket on its side. Yes, you can pull it out and empty the basket, but I hardly get any muck in there anyway. But what it is good for is catching blanket weed. It just gets, this gets all clogged up so quick with blanket weed that I find that this, at the moment, is the best way for me to do it. You know, because I don't get a lot of leaves coming here. I don't get anything like solids really, apart from like the odd little bit of food that they discard. But what I normally do is take this out as well and jet this with that. But it hasn't needed to be jet washed at all since I've put that blanket weed resolve in. So that blanket weed resolve is literally, it's just made the pond algae free. And I've only put it in once over 2 weeks, one dose, and it's there. So obviously we've got, oh, there's a pig in there again. You can hear his dad in here. So obviously we can see now the pond is about 1 inch down, but what's going to happen there is this overflow here, which is coming from the big blue, is going to slowly fill that up, and the air source heat pump out the side is going to you know, increase the temperature until it's perfect. So the next thing we do is turn the light off and step outside, and that, guys, between once and 3 times a week is how I clean my pond out. So as you can see, here is my path at the moment. There's my waste, which when I do this path properly, I've got a waste to come off here and the waste will run down here, and at the moment it just goes straight into the eco drains there. So that, guys, is how I keep my pond clean, and that's how I clean it, at least between once and 3 times a week, like I've just said. Yes. Oh look, we found a cave troll again.
Hi.
Hiya. Get out, it's not about you. Yeah, and from there, and that's the end of this video, guys, because I'm hoping it's not going to be that long, because I've got the bracken snippets, which is to a minimum. But trust me, I was up there for 4.5 hours walking around. And let's have a little look at the fish, see if we can see the buyer koi fish. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is. That's the one down there. Get out of the way. There he is, with a spot on his tail. Look at that, look at that, look at that. So it's nice to see that the actual fish, their lips are healing up really well. One of them is healed up totally. He's got a bit of an indentation there from scarring, is where it is. The other one is really closing up now. The other one was a lot deeper, but it's looking a lot better. So fingers crossed in the next couple of weeks, that's nipped in the bud. So anyway, I hope you like the video, guys. If you do, subscribe. Let me know your comments down underneath underneath whatever it is, and I'll see you next time. Do you know what? I think next time I might do some aquascaping. I've got an amazing tank up there, an aquascape tank, and it might be interesting to do a cleaning and a show you of that, because I ain't pulling a piss. It's probably better than the pond.